This is Hkhs Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. Now I got to talk about this. See, I have to make this very clear because I said this in cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth fashion. The NBA knows exactly what they're doing, y'all. They want LeBron James to win the NBA title. I'm going to make this very clear in this video. If I haven't made it clear before, I'm going to make it very clear. The reason why Hkhs Sport is not going to get the credit is because a prophet is not honored in his own home, dog. Let me say it again. A prophet is not honored in his own home. But the prediction king strikes again. And the prediction king strikes again. You guys saw me call basketball out exactly the way it was going to happen to the T last year. Did I not say the Warriors and the Raptors were going to make it to the NBA Finals? You know how many people can attest to that? Did I not say that the Raptors were going to beat the Warriors because Mr. 35-foot crooked little in the damn 3-point in your damn face with the shot? Kevin Durant, a.k.a. Slim Reaper, a.k.a. KD Trey 5, a.k.a. I do me and I chill variation, wasn't on the basketball court. The over-the-top player wasn't there, so there wasn't no over-the-top equation. I said that Stephen Curry and his high-octane beta, a.k.a. alpha wannabe self, was going to get exposed. Did not all these things happen? Hkhs Sport gave you guys last year a prediction that was on point and was on key with everything that was going to happen. I broke down every round on who was going to win versus who was going to lose. And I was so right when I broke that thing down. Now this year, I'm telling you guys, I had the Clippers winning, but I cannot go by that prediction anymore because you guys have to understand. When I say in the prediction king strikes again, in the prediction king strikes again, a prediction that I line up and I lay out for you guys have to line out based on the situation that's in front of you. That means everything has to be as is. The Clippers were basically getting their second win, just like all these other NBA teams. They were in their zone. They were catching their chemistry. All of that got out of whack. These things are important in basketball. Anyone that uses the true basketball eye test knows what I'm talking about. When a team is out of whack, they're out of sorts, they're not in their chemistry, everything is off. That means the prediction is off. See, the prediction has to line up with the situation being the way it's supposed to be. That's the way predictions work. So COVID-19 comes, March 11th, throws everything out of whack. Rudy Gobert, first player to get contracted, boom, coronavirus, throws everything out of whack. Then Donovan Mitchell, but right after that, his teammate, boom, COVID-19, throws everything out of whack. I did an article, by the way, on that. Make sure y'all click the link in the description and check out the article, and also hit the sign up button on the top right-hand side. Make sure you register to the website so you can get the latest and greatest from hkhssport.com. But anyways, back on to what I was talking about. They set the decks for LeBron James, y'all. Because LeBron James has to recuperate, or he has to give back the investment that they did. They invested into him. Nike and the NBA invested $90 million on this guy. They need to recoup their investment. 3 for 9 in abysmal 33.3% NBA Finals average is not going to cut the mustard. I done told you guys this stuff. The NBA is no different than any other major sport. There's corruption at the highest levels. David Stern, I have a video out on 2013. If you guys go back and look at my catalog and look at my history of videos, you will see this. David Stern was caught by Derrick Rose. Ever since Derrick Rose said that, Derrick Rose went from being one of the darlings in the NBA to being one of the guys that was on David Stern's shit list. Let me say it again. He went from being one of the darlings in the NBA to being on David Stern's proverbial shit list. Because he said, he heard, as a matter of fact, David Stern saying, I have buried the bodies, and where I buried the bodies, no one can find them. Let me say it again. I have buried the bodies, and where I have buried the bodies, nobody can find them. You know who David Stern was talking to? Things that make you say, He was actually talking to LeBron James when he said that. That's why when Derrick Rose said that, along with the fact that Derrick Rose was saying that LeBron James was taking PEDs, steroids, and other NBA players were taking steroids, they shied at Derrick Rose. See, you guys have to look at a basketball's American story. You have to look at the power of the media, and you have to look at LBJ Ryder's media. They'll shoot you up, and then they'll bring your ass right back down. Let me say it again. They'll shoot you up, and then they'll bring your ass back down. And that's what they did. Because how dare Derrick Rose say and repeat what David Stern said, that he buried the bodies, and where he buried the bodies, they can't find them. Said it to LeBron James. Connect the dots, y'all. You know, like the video, like the game. You know what I'm saying? Connect the dots. Connect the freaking dots. And then turn around and say that there's athletes out here, LeBron James and down, that are taking performance enhancement drugs. It's so interesting that LeBron James is 35 years old, but when he stops doing all of this hair coloring and he stops doing this artificial hair implantation, he looks like he's about 50 on the basketball court. That's side effects from PEDs, y'all. But anyways, I'm not going to talk about that. That's neither here nor there. The NBA has to recoup their investment. So LeBron is going to win this title because the NBA has to create this Lefolklore. They have to give you this fairy tale on how the NBA is going to pan out. Because LeBron needs to at least get a 4th title. And they don't care that he's 4 for 10. They're not going to sell it to you that way. I already done told you how they're going to sell it. They're going to say 4 out of how many tries? 6. They're going to say 4 for 6. They're not going to say 4 for 10. See, they slick. They slick. Just like when I was talking to a LeBron card the other day, and he said 3 for 6 means 50%. Well, what is 4 for 6, y'all? Do the math on that. And that's going to be disturbing. They're actually going to think that LeBron James is above 50 percentile, when really he went 10 times and he won 4, which is 40%. And off of him winning 4, they can no longer say he's the NBA GOAT because Michael Jordan made sure he dropped that Last Dance documentary. That was a true alpha economics right there, boy. He just went in there in true alpha extraordinaire and said, boom, here's the Last Dance documentary. Put it fresh in the NBA basketball dumb minds, and they couldn't help. It was basically absolution. It was a way of basically saying, let me refresh your memory. Let me remind your memory of what NBA greatness at its highest and purest level is all about. And then that made it unquestionable, unequivocal that he's the NBA GOAT. So they're no longer going to say that LeBron is the NBA GOAT. In Lefolklore, they're going to say because of Kobe Bryant's tragedy, and because of Kobe Bryant death, and because of COVID-19, and because of BLM movement, LeBron was able to win an NBA title. And they're going to make this Lefolklore. LeBron's winning the title, y'all. Y'all got to see this the way it is. You have LBJ Riders Media that's telling you he will win the MVP. Y'all got to see the coded messages behind this. You got to see the neurolinguistic programming that they're doing here at its highest and purest form. Then you also got to see how not only are they getting behind that, they're also telling you blatantly that LeBron James winning an NBA title in these circumstances would have been a great feat that even Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant didn't do. This thing makes me think of El Stupido, who's been graduated to Big Aristotle, when he said fraudulent Fluky on the spot NBA championship. Shaquille O'Neal has this accurate. But that's not how LBJ Riders Media going to sell this stuff, folks. They're going to sell it to you guys in brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo headisms of this is a feat that even the great Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant couldn't do. Win with all of these odds at stake. This is how they're going to sell it. So, recap, not only is LeBron James going to win the NBA title, he's going to be propagated in Lefolklore fashion as a guy who won based on these cockamamie standards. And just remember that he knows the sport in seer mode fashion was the one in Prediction King Strikes Again. And the Prediction King Strikes Again that revealed this guy's stuff to you guys. Because again, I see what people don't see. Remember, Sun Tzu, aka Art of War, I'm 7 steps ahead of the game. Let me say it again. Sun Tzu, aka Art of War, I'm 7 steps ahead of the game. I'm seeing what other people don't see. It's a gift. It is what it is. When you guys see the chickens come to roost and LeBron wins, you guys are going to remember this video. You're going to say, damn, he knows the sport, deduced this thing into he knows the sport Batman form and variation like nobody's business. So I'm going to make this very clear. LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers are going to win this NBA title by any means necessary. They're going to make sure they win. They're going to make sure that LeBron James is pushed In regular season MVP, I can't say for sure. But finals MVP, you damn sure better be it, because he's 35 years old. MJ won these monumental awards at 35. So they know in order for him to at least get the second greatest of all time, he has to be able to do benchmarks that MJ did. You get it now? You see where the media is coming behind with all of this stuff? You see how all of this has to pan out? That's how it's going to take place. That's how it's going to pan out. And that's how it's going to happen. I keeps the foot on the what? On the Hkhs. I keeps the foot on the what? On the Hkhs. This is Tino's Sport. Checking out.